We received a pretty shocking amount of rain in a very small amount of time across the state, particularly in Western Washington. Our soils are already really saturated, our rivers are already really high, and so getting this huge amount of precipitation in a really small amount of time led to significant flooding throughout the state. We received a lot of snow in the mountains that led to high avalanche danger. And so the combination of this led to closings of, for example, highways across our mountain passes. All of our mountain passes that connect Eastern and Western Washington were shut down, and I believe are still shut down now. So where I live here in Seattle, in the Puget Sound area, we were completely cut off from the rest of the state and the country by road. I think that's the thing with climate change. When these things happen, it is so surprising because it is outside the scope of our experience. We have to sort of imagine the unimaginable. And so as much as we're surprised, like, oh, I can't believe it, a major city can be cut off from the rest of the country by flooding. These are the kinds of things that we're already experiencing with 1.2 degrees of warming. We need to not be shocked by this anymore, and we need to act to make sure it doesn't get worse, and we need to make ourselves more resilient locally to when these things happen.
It was marked by devastating storms in the US. Now 2021 looks like being the second worst year ever for the world's insurers. Germany's Munich Re said Monday that natural catastrophes led to insured losses of around $120 billion over the 12 months. That would be second only to the hurricane-ridden year of 2017. 2021 saw an early deep freeze in Texas, followed by dozens of tornadoes and then Hurricane Ida. That storm alone saw $36 billion in insured costs. Munich Re says that left the US accounting for an unusually large share of global losses. Elsewhere in the world, the floods in Germany were another big cost for insurers, and Munich Re says the outlook is only likely to get worse. The German reinsurer says climate change is likely to make extreme weather events more common, and that will affect everyone, not just those hit by disasters. Some insurers are already raising rates or refusing coverage amid the prospect of more frequent catastrophes.
British house builders must pay $5.4 billion to help remove dangerous cladding from buildings. The government confirmed the move Monday. It comes 4.5 years after more than 70 people were killed in a fire at Grenfell Tower in London. The cladding used at Grenfell was found to be a central cause of the fire's rapid spread through the block. It also revealed the widespread use of cheap, flammable cladding on apartment buildings across the country. British Housing Minister Michael Gove has set an early March deadline for the industry to agree a fully funded plan of action to remove the materials. The government has already committed around $6.8 billion for repairs so far. Last year, authorities also imposed a levy on house builders that will raise close to $2.7 billion towards the cost over the next 10 years. It's so far targeted the removal of cladding on high-rise properties. Monday's announcement is aimed at buildings between 11 and 18 metres high, where tenants have faced huge bills to remove cladding. Gove said the government would take all steps needed to make the industry pay. Authorities have been heavily criticised for taking so long to deal with the issue. Some leaseholders have been left unable to sell their properties when faced with bills bigger than the value of their apartments. Shares in UK developers including Taylor Wimpey and Persimmon fell 2% or more early Monday following the news.